So we're going to start things off with one of your teams, Gio, and that's the Houston Rockets, who have currently won 5 straight games and moved into 5th place in the NBA Power Rankings, which is just insane. I mean, they're 10-4 or 10-5 now, right? They lost because I prepped these notes yesterday, so I don't know how much has changed. So 10-5, they're the 3rd seed in the West or the 4th seed in the West, and they're also topped their NBA Cup group. They're only 1-0, so don't get too excited, But yeah, I mean, as far as some statistics goes, if you want to hear them, they are 1st in rebounds per game. They're 1st in total offensive rebounds and 1st in defensive field goal percentage. Something that Kat and Mikal Bridges lack very much.
Oh, very much.
Very much. They're also 3rd in total defense, and they're 3rd in net rating, and they're 5th in defensive rating. So this team, Ime Udoka, there's a reason I put him in my top 3 coaches, and you guys scolded me for it.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I scolded. Yeah. He's my coach of the year candidate.
Yeah, but that was after I convinced you.
No.
Ime Udoka was in my top 5.
Yeah.
Ime Udoka was in my top 10.
I'm going to my thing. Hang on.
He was in my top 10, bro.
I'm fact checking Gio right now.
Please do, because I have him in my top, maybe top 11. Or
Let's
13.
Let's see. Sorry for the delay, guys, but while I'm looking for this, Gio, do you have any comments regarding the Houston Rockets?
Look, man, it's all Ime. Look, a coach can change a team like that. Okay, this team has everything you need. It has the veteran presence in Fred VanVleet. Has the big guy, Alperen Sengun. He's a big reason why they're averaging so many offensive rebounds. They have great on-ball defenders in the Thompson. What's his name? Is it Amen or is it
Amen?
Okay.
Amen, yeah.
Amen. Is it Amen?
Amen.
Okay, your name is kind of cleared. You put him in 9th. Antoine put him in like 26th, bro.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. You put him in the bottom 5.
Listen, Ime has now gone up to top 10.
Okay,
yeah,
buddy.
I mean, I had him 3rd, I believe.
3rd is crazy.
No, he's genuinely one of the best coaches in the NBA.
But 3rd is a little crazy, especially because he's been out of the league for a while.
He was out of the league for 1 year. And the year before, he made the finals with the Celtics after starting the season off in like the 10th seed.
Yeah, but you can't just put him back in top 3 when he's been out of the league for a year.
Yeah, but I mean, you could.
You did that.
You easily could, yeah. That's why I did it. But yeah, no, Ime Udoka has made a huge difference considering the Rockets, before he got there, had no vets. I feel really bad for Steven Silas, man. There was not much he could do. But
he's not that good of a coach, to be honest.
He's a good coach. He just wasn't coaching a good team, and they kind of set him up to fail. So it's kind of unfortunate. James Harden requested out on him right when he started, and that was when the whole John Wall injury, and he stepped away from the game happened and everything. So it was kind of a nightmare situation for Steven Silas, but that's besides the point. Let's talk some players. Amen Thompson, in so far this season, he guarded Brunson, Harden, Luka, and Jordan Poole. The 4 of them combined for 4 of 19 from the field, 3 turnovers, only totaled 10 points. Wow. That's insane.
I love this guy.
Yeah, Amen looks phenomenal. He's coming off the bench, though, but he's getting decent minutes off the bench.
He's getting good minutes. I think he closes, too.
Yeah, offensively, he's not good enough to start because the Thompson twins are just not offensively gifted players. They're insanely good defenders. And we are going to get Asar Thompson back at some point in the next couple of weeks. He's been out since April with, I think they found blood clots in his
yes.
blood.
Ooh, he's been out with blood clots. He was better last year than Amen. He was a lot, I think all over the court, like steals, blocks, with the Pistons last year.
He was great.
So they need him to come back.
Yeah. Alperen Sengun, as you mentioned previously, in his last 5 games, he's averaging 21 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 blocks on 55% from the field. And he's shooting 38% from 3 for a center. That's really good numbers.
He's really good.
62% true shooting. And over the past 5 games, he's plus 88 on the floor. Yeah. Now, plus minus is not the most telling stat, but when your plus minus is that high, you're doing something right.
You're doing something.
So
Let's go.
That's at least good. Dylan Brooks and Alperen Sengun have the highest net rating out of any NBA duo this year. So, look, whether you like him or not, Dylan Brooks is an impactful defender. He just can't. You don't expect him to guard Jokic. He can't guard LeBron. That's fine. But have him guard any role player. They're not going to do anything
for sure.
So that's at least important on that end. Alperen Sengun and Tari Eason are both in the top 10 this year in total box plus minus. Tari Eason also leads the league in defensive box plus minus. And that stat is essentially you take your box score and you kind of divide. It's something like divided by total efficiency. It basically means how good you are efficiency-wise. And that is essentially the plus minus that really matters and really kind of tells you a story. Yeah. And And yeah, I still think Tari Eason, in my opinion, is like one of the most underrated players in the league.
100%.
Yeah,
He's so good.
He looks really good this year.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah, I would put him in the same category as like a Malachi Branham of just a role player that is so looked over and so good.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
1000%.
yeah, he's been a welcome sight to that team. That's kind of all the notes I have on Houston. So now I'll kind of throw it over to you guys. I'll let you just kind of cook up for a couple minutes each with Houston. What do we think?
Yeah.
I called this.
He covered a good amount of everything I was going to say, too.
What do you think about Jabari Smith Jr.?
I need to see a little more consistency. He's a lottery pick.
Yeah.
I knew when they drafted him, he had that outstanding year at Auburn. And they went off of that because he took that Auburn team into, I think, top 5 seed at the end of the year, and then somewhat far in the tournament, but he was the breakout player on that team.
Yeah.
And he's great. He's a really good, nice young player.
Good size.
He's gonna definitely improve. I just need to see a little more consistency because he does start and he gets good minutes. And Sengun, of course, we knew phenomenal. Van Vliet's picked it up recently.
Yeah.
His box scores look a lot better.
He was terrible to start the season.
The assist numbers are high. The points are back to where it usually is. Jalen Green's kind of dipped off.
Yeah.
But Van Vliet's picked it up, so that's fine.
Don't disrespect Cam Thomas ever again.
Bro, look, I'm not disrespecting Cam Thomas. I just think Jalen Green's a better player. Not so much for the first part of the season, but I think we'll see Jalen Green heat up as we go.
I also did miss a stat, by the way. I skipped a line by accident. Back to Alperen Sengun, became the second center ever to record consecutive triple-doubles, joining Nikola Jokic.
Wow.
And he also recorded the highest plus-minus in games with back-to-back triple-doubles in NBA history.
Oof. Sengun's no joke, man.
And this is a guy
He's Baby Jokic, right? That's what they call him?
That's what they call him, yeah. This is a guy that they did not give a contract extension to and are kind of throwing around the trade market. But they're not going to trade him, obviously.
No way.
We'll see what they can do. I mean, I guess we'll transition to ceiling-wise for Houston.
Yeah.
What do we see seeding and playoffs? What is the best they could possibly do based on their circumstances right now and the way they're playing?
For seeding, I think the best they'll do is 4.
Okay.
For playoffs, I think, playoffs is going to be rough. I see first round exit.
Yes, first, second round.
Yeah, I think it really depends on who they get in the first round. Like if you get like a Memphis, you might have a chance.
Right.
But if you get Dallas or any team with experience, you're going to lose. Like no doubt about it. But I would say ceiling for them is 3.
3.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think really there's no clear cut like really good team right now. Everyone's just cooking or not, and they'll kind of regress and progress to the mean. First round exit. I don't see this team advancing.
Yeah. But if they get the 3 seed, Ime's winning Coach of the Year.
I think I don't know. It really depends on what Cleveland does. If Cleveland gets the 1 seed in the East, there's no way you don't give it to Kenny Atkinson.
Mark my words, they're falling off. Cleveland will fall off.
You are an interesting
Mark
human
my
being.
words right now. How many minutes we're in the podcast? Mark it right now.